All right, folks, here we are coming back at 145 pounds, joined by Glenn. We got the number one seed, Chance Babb from Boyertown. And I think this is one of those weight classes where there's a collision course between him and Mo or Shur Mohammed Sadradinov from Council Rock South. As you can see, we're not going to waste any time. I'm just going to talk about it. Glenn, I got Chance Babb winning this one. Babb keeps his focus. I think he takes out Sadradinov. Hands him a loss in the regional final and wins his first regional title.
Yeah, I have the semifinals. I'm in agreement with the weight class pretty much up and down the line here. I do have Guzman. I'm backing up a little bit. I think we just got to kind of set this up a little bit. I do agree with your top. But again, Ryan Lepore and Chase Gallo. Chase Gallo is wrestling, awesome right now, and I have Gallo winning there, and then I have Guzman from William Tennant, and again, that's another kid that kind of has fell through the cracks, similar to the Martinez kid from Ben Salem. You just don't know about him. We haven't seen him in the big tournaments, but he is on fire, and I have Guzman getting by your Owen J. Guttrow there. But I think Shane Kibler here is the story. He lost on a controversial call last week. Those guys battled it out. I think it went to the ultimate ride out, ultimate tiebreaker. I think Kibler gets the best of Sajadinov here, and you see Kibler in the finals with Babb. I have Babb winning. So this weight class is loaded with talent. And kids that, want to get the States. I mean, you look at Delaney in there, he wants to get there. Borzio's, hungry. I mean, he could upset Babb. I mean, if there's a bracket buster, it's in this weight class, somewhere in the semifinal. So this is a weight class to watch the semis. You're going to see some big matches. Like you said, everyone wants to punch their ticket right there in the semis. And there's no easy out here for Babb or Sadradinov. And Kibler is going to be coming in fired up for this match. I mean, I hope he doesn't look past anybody because Palmer Delaney's no easy out.
Yeah, so as we backpedal, we look at and we break down that first round. Like you mentioned, Lepore Gallo, that's one of the better first round matchups. I think Lepore, coming off the last weekend, is probably a little disappointed with how he finished. I think he beat Gallo. And I disagree with the Gotro Guzman, not because Gotro's my guy at Owen J, but because who is William Tennant wrestled this year?
Like I said, I'm gonna that's just. But Martinez is in the same boat. These are good kids on teams that don't have top level schedules, and they kind of cruise through their league, and they go to some of these dual meet tournaments. But I paid attention a little bit to him. I've seen him wrestle a couple times, and I'm impressed with him. And I'm sure there's guys out there that we have not seen that are going to make some noise in some brackets that we forget about. So I'm just pointing that out tonight. That's a kid to keep an eye on. But for me down here, it's Kibler over Sajadinov. I mean, I can't. I hope I have some popcorn and on Matt's side for that one.
Yeah, no, I agree. Kibler, I want to go either way. I'm super impressed with the level change he's made. In the last couple years. I know for a fact he's training at a high level with some private coaches, and it's definitely paying off.
Yeah, I mean last year, I think he only had 10 matches.
Yep.
And that really hurt him. But here's a kid that can turn it up. I mean, he's been here before too. He's no stranger at getting the States. So, that's just one match that I'm very interested in. I obviously have Babb winning this year. I think that Babb is, the class of this 145 pound, bracket. So, it depends on who he sees there. I mean, you never know. I mean, if Sadradinov gets there, he's no easy out. He's tough to score on too. These guys are tough to score on. I mean, the kids that want to get into a scramble, Joe, with Kibler, are going to, that he's going to win those scrambles. He's that kind of guy. And Sajidinov wants to slow it down. So it's like one of those, two different wrestlers going at it. I think Bab would embrace either style because I think he's a veteran and very crafty.
He's more adaptable to other wrestling styles. So, but let's jump down to the bottom half here and look at the way back for some of these guys. And like you said, we talk again. Like we even mentioned Chris Wood from Garnet Valley.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like again, no disrespect that we didn't mention him, but we're going to talk about him in the bottom half of the bracket. Like I just have him losing to Borzio, and I think that's going to be a battle. Like these quarterfinals, Borzio Wood's going to be a battle. Kibler Delaney, if it happens, is going to be a battle. Sadrjanov and Gotro have already wrestled, and Sadrjanov is a bonus point favorite over him, and still is. Gotro might be able to keep it close for a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You had Guzman. Whoever's in that match is probably a bonus point. It's probably a bonus point match for Sadrjanov. But as we jump down, let's look below, and we'll go right from left to right. I got Gallo winning, beating Borkowski from Plymouth White Marsh. I have Hartfus beating Pagaduan. Bryant beating Martini, and then Guzman beating Ricci. And we go look, Gallo and Gotro. I'm going with Gotro. Hartfus and Delaney. I gotta go with Palmer Delaney. He's been impressive this year. Wood and Brian going Wood. Lepore beating Guzman. And then we get to this Conti quarters, and these matches are gonna be some battles. Wood and Lepore, I'm gonna start there. Lepore's a guy, he's a program guy at Springford Glen. He really is. And that's not a shot. That's not a bad thing to be. His guy kind of had to wait his turn.
Oh yeah. I remember him filling in district duels.
He's one of a bunch of brothers have come to the program, and he's won 30 matches this year. And it was just waiting his time, wrestling the weight that he weighs. And again, it's a testament to that program and how they keep guys out who don't start and how they stay with it. It's something that I've always been impressed with. That their ability to do that. This Lepore is coming out and having this great senior season, and he's going to be in the conversation on Saturday to go to states. I just don't have it happening. I have Gotro and Delaney. I think this match is two contrasting styles, two contrasting body types that matter. Palmer's long and lanky, but I'm going with Gotro. I know, for whatever reason, Glenn, you're not impressed. I think Sam's going to be just loose and ready to go, and gets the win there. But then, it kind of the rubber meets the road after that. I think Borzio is going to be too much for him. And then, Kibler's going to beat Wood. And then I think Wood, the senior, is going to kind of put it together and take out the sophomore and go to states. I got Kibler taking third, rallying after the semifinal loss. But again, it could be that third place could be Kibler. It could be Sadrjanov, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can't really do the same, kind of path that you have. But certainly, I have, if Delaney's wrestling Gutro, I have Delaney winning there. Borzio, Borzio's been up and down this year, Joe. I mean, a lot of people had him way up top out of the gate, and then he suffered some losses here and there. So that's a good, spot for Borzio. Obviously, if he's down there in that Conti semi, whoever that is there, I don't know who it's going to be. But we're just dismissing Gallo as well, with Gutro. So I don't have Gutro there either. I have Gallo. So it's kind of upside down. If Guzman's on Lepore, I have Guzman beating Lepore. Again, just somebody we haven't seen. I just have a feeling he's going to win some matches at regionals. And obviously Wood has been there, all season long in the rankings. Again, not sure if he has any big wins, over someone like Kibler. I would have Kibler there if it's him there, or Sadrjanov, and again, Kibler or Sadrjanov taking third. And then down there for fifth place, it could very well be Wood. It could be Palmer Delaney. I'm not really sure. So I can't really, my fifth place here is totally up in the air. And I did have Wood in there because he's kind of been in that 5 spot in the rankings, all year long. He's been hanging around. So maybe he's going to get it done. So we'll see. This is going to be there's no easy out here at 145 and 52. I mean, these weight classes are loaded with guys that are expected to get to states. I don't know how many medal winners we have in Hershey coming out of here, but to get there is going to be a pretty big reward.
No, I agree. Not even getting into predicting medal winners yet. I mean, we got to figure out who our five are going to represent us. But I definitely gonna make sure that I let you know if your boy Guzman doesn't perform, that was just an old Suburban one. You give him the little backing.
Yeah, but I mean, you're doing the same thing to Gallo, dismissing him. And I don't.
I'm not dismissing him. That's where I'm at. I have no ties to Interborough.
Oh yeah, but I don't have Gallo losing to Lepore or to Guttrow. So I think
I'm going off of who each of those guys have wrestled this year.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't. You can't do that at regionals now. I hear what you're saying. There are places where you would say, these are talent level differences, but I don't think so. I think that the caliber that Chase Gallo brings is right there with Lepore and Guttrow. I mean, I understand it's the pack against the Del Val, but we can't dismiss Gallo. I don't think you can dismiss a kid from William Tennant either at this level. So we'll see. I mean, you're going to be very surprised what Guzman looks like. He's jacked. He is slick. He is lightning. No one's going to know or expect what's going on from him. And Chase Gallo is just going to go about things like he always does. He just goes out there and takes care of business. He's a big, strong kid, good work ethic. So I think you're going to see a little bit different in these, outer consolations. And so you better take a screenshot of this, folks, and see who's right.
Well, film don't lie, Glenn. The film don't lie. We've got here. So here's one where like Glenn and I were really at odds, and again, it works both ways. Like Glenn, I like when we really agree, but I also like when we really go head to head and toe to toe.
And listen.
Too. So I'm excited for this one because I want to see how it plays out. Not there's me no like throw it in your face publicly, privately maybe. But I when we agree, like that tells me like, okay, like we're on the same page. We watch a lot of these guys compete. And then when we're way off, I'm like, did we watch the same guys compete? And I mean that in a way that like, what do you know that I don't know? And then now my wheels turn a little bit. So I think I like when it happens both ways. So, we'll really be interested to see how this bracket shakes out. And we'll have a pretty good idea of how it's going to go based on just on that first round, because
you're right.
It's going to set the table for the whole bracket. And again, those matches go other ways and we have them. It basically blows the whole thing up. And, again, you start just rolling the dice and, throwing darts and see who comes out at the end.
So that's why we go to regionals at Oxford. Oh, I'm already there. For those of you just joining us now, the 145 bracket, I left early from the Horsham area, and I'm down there, by the Chesapeake Bay, and I'm just a stone's throw away from Oxford right now in Northeast Maryland.
And I am coming from my basement in northwestern Chesapeake County, Pottstown area.
And you're still far away. You're that far west, but you're still far away.
I'm still an hour and 10 minutes away. I'm having a long commute on Friday afternoon. I look forward to it. Like I love the venue at Oxford, and we can go down. Say.
Oh yeah.
I already saw on social media today, Chris Atkinson. I see you lobbying to get it back up at Souderton. And again, Souderton's a great venue too, as well. Like we have some of these nicer gyms in District 1. We need them to start stepping up and hosting. Brad, Sil and Perry, if you're watching, Rock South's a great place to host as well. I know it's really tough. It's a huge undertaking, and you know, all joking aside, like thanks to Oxford for stepping up. They really probably do have the best venue as far as seating for everyone's space. Glenn, do you remember when we did 6 mats in a 20-man bracket there?
Yeah, I was just going to say that you know, there's some guys going in to the Hall of Fame this year at the Southeast region that have wrestled in that Oxford gym more than once, because we did have it there a couple of years. And I remember my first trip to Oxford as a coach. I had no idea where we were going, and we got into that gym, and I'm like, holy moly! I'm like, we could put 4 more mats in here. And that's what they did for the most part. I mean, you know, they were talking. I think Jamie Kennedy said, "Hey, we'll put 6 mats down, no problem." I mean, and
with the
you know,
bleachers
they did.
and
Yeah,
you
and
know,
the bleachers still were full out on the one side. It was amazing. So
yeah.
it's a great venue, and we always joke about it wherever we're traveling. When I got to travel up to, you know, we always have our meetings at Springport for the committee. It's like, you know, Kaiser driving an hour to there. So, you know, if you're wrestling in Southeast Region or District 1, an hour's ride is really not a big deal. So make sure everyone gets out there to Oxford and support your guys and your teams.
And just get out, just because, you know, we haven't had the opportunity to get out as spectators and see it in person. You know, and so do that. But you know, tune in for as we go to 152 pounds.